Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight in Austria at the Red Bull Ring for the first time of the season. I decided to fly out Christian Taylor here. He's actually at the track with me here tonight. Christian, how you feeling?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the heart of the Styrian Hills, where thunder echoes off the mountains and the horsepower shakes the entire valley. We're here at Red Bull Ring tonight. It's short, it's fast, and absolutely ruthless. 10 turns, 65 meters of elevation, and one brutal climb that tests both man and machine, Blake.
Absolutely. We're watching the ending of GTP qualifying. Checkered flags in the air, and this man right here just put down the quick time lap on the last lap, I believe. Braden Carlson, quick time 1:19.75. He's going to kick off from the pole position over Dominic Ford.
I got an interesting fact here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first track that we've been to on the season, at least the F1 races at, that has not owned a fastest lap by either Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen. Not tonight. It's Carlos Sainz back in 2020, and his McLaren holds this track record.
Wow, that's an interesting stat. You know, I just don't really seem to care nonetheless. But it's official, though. That's the checkered flag. We just mentioned Braden Carlson, top of the board for the GTPs. And how about Sean Atkins kicking off from the pole once again? He has been on a tear in that Hutchinson Motorsports TV LMP2. Alex Lalonde in his Hutchinson Motorsports TV GT3 going to kick off from the GTD Pro pole position. And then Matthew Elmore gets the pole in the GTD class.
Blake, there's a bit of an argument down there with the stewards. Dominic Ford is kicked off. He says he didn't walk all the way here to be 0.075 back from pole. He's saying it was a mistake and that they should retally the lap.
Yeah, he is not happy with the scoring and timing system. He says he got screwed. So we're going to see how that plays out if Dominic Ford can, talk his way into a pole position. But I will add, Dominic Ford was the highest ranked GTP in MCR in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV power rankings. So we're going to see if he can park it in victory lane here tonight, or if Braden Carlson can get the job done and hold it down. But it's official, folks. Time to jump into the starting grid. Up next, let's find a good tune for you great fans at home. And we're about to go through tonight's starting lineup here at the Red Bull Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for tonight's starting lineup. Motor City Racing IMSA Multi-Class Racing Series. Here's your starting lineup at the Red Bull Ring. In the GTP class, on the front row in the pole position, the number 21, Braden Carlson on his inside, I guess you would call it here. In the 44, Dominic Ford. Row number 2 going to be the 93, Nate Benarowitz, and on his outside or inside, whatever you want to call it, the 96, Ian Drennan. Then we're going to have Julian Padilla and Alan Gullison, and starting in the back, Mr. Miller.
Moving on back to your LMP2 class, on the pole, you find the 332 machine of Sean Atkins. In the second position, Blake's long-lost cousin who won't talk to him, Anthony Hutchinson. Moving back to Trent Bullock in the 31. And back to P11, you find Casey Catola in that number 88 machine from Motor City Racing. Look to his inside, you find Peter Petrucci. Moving on back to position number 13, John Espada in the 81. And ladies and gentlemen, the talk of the paddock, Papa Slender in that number 99 machine. Rounding out your LMP2 class is Chris Macy in that 54.
Absolutely, and jumping into the GTD Pros, probably the smallest class in the field here tonight. In the pole position, he's no stranger to it. It's the Hutchinson Motorsports TV GT3. Alex Lalonde. Next to him going to be Michael Hickman. Starting third in the class, going to be Herbert Panetta Sr. He's a newcomer here in this series. Keep an eye out on him. Next to him, going to be Jack Peterson. Then we have Tyler Mantle, Marco Benetti, Chris Hoyt, and rounding out the GTD Pro class, Edison Toole.
We're going to go. Did you do the GTD or the GTD Pro, Blake?
Hit the pros.
All right, GTD class. Starting on the pole position, you find Matthew Elmore in the 89 machine. In second place, Quentin Locklear in the 30. Third position, you'll find Drake Garrison in that 35 machine. Fourth place, Steve Tucker in the 6. The Braden Beck in the 3 machine. Logan Maynor, Puddles. Ladies and gentlemen, Puddles. But that's going to be all we're going to say right now.
Absolutely, as they start to get bunched up here, let's get the music stopped. Again, we have the classes split up here. Out front, going to be your GTP class. Then the second group, going to be your LMP2s, which are led by Sean Akins. And then dropping back in the GTD Pro and the GTD class, we actually grouped those guys together.
I just can't wait for this. As these cars are hungry, circling this track, they're ready to go.
Here we are, folks. We are in Austria at the Red Bull Ring, one of the nicest tracks on the circuit. Beautiful place here tonight, much better than that dump Sao Paulo we were at just a couple weeks ago. But you're about to see that pace car head in, get out of the way, because the GTPs are ready to roll. They are led by Braden Carlson coming out of the corner into the zone. Green flag in the air, and what a jump there. Was that legal?
According to iRacing IMSA rules, once that pace car is gone, you control the flag as the leader, so it was legal. As the LMP2 class comes to the starting line, green flag waving for them as we got GTD pros beating and banging.
Yeah, these GT3s just door banging each other. Oh no, we got one off the track. Who is that? Not sure who that is. Here it is. It's Kunal Locklear, and then also it looked like the GTPs had an incident earlier between Julian Padilla and Ian Drennan. Let's see what happened here on the start. Oh, he just gets dumped.
Oh my gosh.
That's terrible. Julian Padilla just absolutely junks it.
Let's see what happened with Nate, too, if we can go back to that same thing and keep an eye on him, baby.
Let's rewind this one more time here, folks. Oh, he's warming up his tires there. You know, Ian bumps him, but then he just gets absolutely wiped out there by Julian Padilla. He sideswiped Nate.
I got you. Okay, I didn't see Nate at the first one. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen, but we keep on racing here. There's some drama already brewing.
Oh, he dumps him!
We're just going to watch people. I mean, that car, that BMW is an absolute bulldozer. He's drunk too many Ford Locos here tonight. He is absolutely hammered out there.
This is crazy. Jake Young is junk. He got ran off the track there. Caleb, I don't even know who that was. Was that Caleb Ulrich-Mao? He went off the track as well. Yeah, so here's that Ulrich-Mao in the Vice Motorsports car. And then, yeah, that Ford Loco machine just absolutely wipes out two of them in one corner.
He takes out Ulrich-Mao and the Priest. Ladies and gentlemen, he is unholy here tonight as he is hammered on Ford Locos.
Edison Toole out there in that Ford Loco machine out here junking some people. Let's go back live.
Well, Steve Tucker's crash. We got to go see what happened there. They're wrecking it all over the place here tonight.
Oh my gosh, we can't even keep up with all these wrecks, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are junking it. Here's Steve Tucker in that Aston Martin Harpoon design paint. That is beautiful. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. Slide job.
Yeah, absolutely slide job there. We see that car off pace. You know, he tries to, I don't know what the plan was here. He tries to just get the car back going. So here's a different view. See one off the track. Oh yeah, he just comes down and
71
wipes him.
And Steve gets the worst of that. It's definitely gonna ruin Kermit's vibes there as we go on into the night. Did you see Jake Young, the Priest, on the screen?
And this is just pure madness so far, folks. Right now, we're checking out our overall leader and our GTP leader, Dominic Ford. He's out front by 2 seconds on Braden Carlson. Then jumping back to the LMP2s, no surprise here. This guy's been on a tear lately. He was actually the top-ranked driver in MCR in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings. It's that Hutchinson Motorsports TV LMP2, Sean Akins. He has been killing it.
The GTD Pro class leader right now is going to be Herbert Pineda Sr. And your GTD class is going to be Drake Garrison. But if we look back about a lap ago, it seems like Puddles the Duck and Sam Andrews might have been involved in the incident together.
Yeah,
if our cameras caught it, I'm not even sure.
Yeah, there's just wrecks all over the place here. This is the latest one. Puddles the Duck involved here, looks like, with Sam Andrews. Let's see what happens. Late break there. Oh, yeah, just a little bump.
Well, he hit him so hard he disappeared.
Logan Maynard just crashed as well here, Christian. Let's take a look. Oh, God.
And slide job.
Another Four
He just
Loko
gets
car.
turned.
That wasn't the same one, was it?
I hope not. No, there goes. Oh, we have a team of them.
I don't know. There's so many damn Four Loko cars. I don't know who it was. I'm trying to spot the culprit. Oh, here it is. It was Chris Hoyt, I believe. I think. Hang on. Let's take a look. I think so. Yep. So Chris Hoyt was the aggressor there. So Four Loko cars out here are just being absolute terrorists.
You know, Four Loko was at the race last week, and they were just wanting drivers to sponsor. They said that if you come to R10 in the paddock, we'll get you hammered right before the race and pay you a couple hundred G's to run our cars.
Yeah, and they actually have a clause in the contract. They have to wreck at least, you know, it's a hidden number. You know, they won't tell us because they all signed disclosures, but they have to wreck a certain amount of cars every night. And it looks like they're meeting their quota early and it gets jumped.
Oh, my God!
Payback.
What a hit!
Wow.
Payback is a beep!
That was some payback there. Definitely intentional coming off the corner. Absolutely wanted to take out Chris Hoyt. Four Loko, serious damage. He's going to be coming down pit road. That thing is junk.
As this debris is flying everywhere on the track right now. And he's going to get dumped again. No, he's going into pit road.
Boy, his teammate.
What an unfortunate turn.
His teammate wanted to dump him there, Christian, but he thinks otherwise. So let's jump back around, see what else is going on. You know, this has been absolute madness here early on. Take a look. What are you seeing out of our 5th place GTP car? That's Mr. Miller.
Up 2 positions. One because Nate got jumped. And Ian looks like he had some unfortunate turn of events. So Mr. Miller is half a second back from P4 right now in that 8 BMW machine, trying to make his night better as he goes on. Didn't qualify very well, but he knows it's in his hands to turn it around.
Absolutely, and on the scoreboard there, Drake Garrison's actually in the GTD Pros. Not sure why it has not been saving that in the scoring. We'll get that fixed here, folks. Give me one moment.
As Blake takes care of that, we're going to watch Mr. Miller work his way around the Red Bull Ring here tonight. Famous for being one of the shortest F1 laps, barely over a minute in the F1 cars. Here tonight, though, they're turning the GTP class, that is the fastest on the field, is turning a minute 20-second laps. So they are literally flying around this machine. This track opened back in 1969 as a word that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Blake would probably fire me.
Absolutely, and looking at the scoreboard now, things have changed since we have finally got it back to update. Moved Drake Garrison up to the GTD Pro class. Braden Beck is your GTD leader here. Let's see if he can get the job done. He's got quite the gap here on our 2nd place car of Arthur Ramirez, which I know that's not Ramirez, but I'm just going to go with Ramirez because that name makes no sense.
I mean, it probably could be.
I'd say probably not, because there is definitely not any R in there. But nonetheless, you know, he's got a good run going. Arthur in the 2nd spot. 3rd place, Drew Leonard in that BMW in the GTD class. But let's jump back up front here to your GTP leader, Dominic Ford, trying to regain the top spot in the MCR Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings. Let's see if Dominic Ford can park it back in victory lane here tonight.
Look at Alex Lalonde in the GTD Pro class. He is right on the bumper of Herbert. It's going to be side by side through the turn. He has the outside, not really the preferred line, but going to make it work. Going to come out on top. No, that is, he's still working his way around the back side there.
Herbert Pineda going to hold on to the race lead. And if you're new here this week, folks, that was a good block there. But Herbert is actually a newcomer to the series. We had a driver drop. So Herbert came in and he decided to fill in. And boy, he's making a statement here. First race, nobody's been able to run with Alex Lalonde. But Herbert thinks he can get the job done here in his first race with the series.
Well, Alex is all over his tail trying to teach him a lesson here. So we're going to watch.
Your GTD leader just wrecked it here. Let's see what happened with Braden Beck. Here he is. He was leading the GTD class. Let's see what happens. Just kind of checks up there. He's still good. So slams his brake. You know, that's something a lot of these guys need to take note of. You know, if you're in a bad situation, you know, Christian, you can hit that brake pedal. Even though it's going to slow you down, you're going to be able to live to tell another tale.
Absolutely. As we go back to the battle between Alex and Lalonde, moving back. Just all over his tail there, Blake.
Yeah, let's hop on board here. Alex Lalonde in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV GT3 trying to get that thing back out front. Your GTD Pro leader is currently Herbert Pineda in that beautiful, what is that in front of him, Mercedes?
That is a Mercedes. That's right, Blake. Good job learning your cars. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, boy, I mean, I think this tells you right here, Fords are just as good as Mercedes, Christian. So next time somebody's looking at a Mercedes, why pay the extra price when you can just get a Ford and run right there with them?
I can assure you the only thing that makes that car look good as he makes the pass is Alex Lalonde from Canada, our driver out there doing the Lord's work.
Absolutely. He's the only Ford, and well, there is another Ford, Tyler Mantle, who I don't even know if he made the start of this race. Tyler Mantle went dead last in another Ford, but still side-by-side battle for the race lead. Lalonde throws the slide job coming out of the corner here, and let's pull up your track map here so you can take a look.
We'll say, too, Michael Hickman is closing in on these two battling cars, going to try to make his move on it. As the track map is on the screen now, we're going to get it to where it shows all the cars. You see the odd shaped. What kind of shape would you call this track, Blake?
I would call that a, I don't know. No clue. Definitely interesting, though, because you see the big 90-degree turn right there, and then everything else kind of sweeping turns. Definitely interesting track layout.
We got 7 right turns, only 3 left turns here, moving clockwise direction. And like I said before, 65 meters of elevation change, which is 213 feet for the people who meters just scare them.
Yeah, and in the chat, you know, Steve Tucker threw a comment earlier, said, what is a meter? Steve, if you find out, let us know, because we don't know either, buddy.
A meter is the measurement of, like, distance. Y'all need to learn this stuff. We are doing racing overseas. You got to be accustomed to their beliefs and their measurements, Blake.
No, you don't, because in America, meters aren't a thing. They're the only thing that matters. You know, they really need to switch all this over. We don't need to be doing this meter stuff. We need to switch to feet and miles. That's all that matters.
The entire world needs to form to one country is what you're saying, Blake.
Yes. Yes, it is. But your race leader, Dominic Ford, out front, though. He's got a big gap, 5.5 seconds on Braden Carlson, working around some lap traffic. Always interesting to see these GTPs wheel these machines around all these lap cars. It is definitely a sketchy scenario sometimes.
It definitely is. As Dominic Ford, he walked here tonight. He was raising all kinds of cane before this race because he said he got screwed out of his pole position. So we're going to go back to Casey Catola.
Well, I swapped over here to Herbert Pineda. Said he went off track briefly, but it looks like it was just a minor little slip up. But he's starting to lose ground there to Alex Lalonde. Lalonde starting to run away. He's a 1.5 seconds ahead.
And Blake, Connor Gerard, the GOAT of HMS TV in the chat. He's already labeled the intense meter at 100,000 out of 20.
100, that's a new record, Christian. That's the highest I've ever seen it. This meter's supposed to go to 20, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking 20,000 or 2,000. It's supposed to be 0 to 20, 2-0. But Connor Gerard has done the unthinkable, Christian. He has put the meter to, what was it?
100,000.
Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous.
Have you ever heard of such a number for the intensity meter?
Never. It's never even been fathomed before. As Sean Atkins out front continues to lead the LMP2 class. Boy, I don't know what's gotten into this kid. You know, I was talking to Sean after he was ranked the top Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings driver in MCR. And I was interviewing him. I said, Sean, what happened? You know, you were always a solid driver before we met you, but ever since we put you in this ride, you've just been, you know, dominating. And he said, you know what, Blake? It just really helps me that I can bounce off questions to you any day of the week. You know, Sean's calling me every single night, sometimes for hours on end, always asking me, you know, recommendations, what he should do at these tracks, which way he should, you know, turn the car right and left. And he just told me, you know, my leadership and help has just been insurmountable to his progression as a championship caliber driver now.
If you're so good at road racing, Blake, how come when I see you road race, you're just all over the track, hitting barricades and destroying tires?
Christian, normally I'm just messing around out there because, you know, since we have to broadcast, I don't really have time to take it seriously. So I just kind of go out there. Look out, one spins out right in front of him. He's good, though. But as I was saying,
what a trip!
Yeah, that was honestly an impressive slide job. That was the American flag Aston Martin, was it not, Christian?
It was.
Who is that? Let's try to find him.
Could it be Matthew Elmore?
Yes, it is. Here it is. This, you know what? Let's break character here. Switch it back over. Matthew Elmore, got to give him a shout out here because he is in that beautiful American flag Aston Martin. And if you know anything about this manufacturer, folks, they are from the UK.
Aston Martin dominating here tonight in their paints, at least. Not really so much. Not taking the lead just yet. He is 10 seconds back.
And here's
Steve Tucker.
Or actually, Steve Tucker switched it up. He's not in the Aston Martin anymore. He's actually swapped over to a Mercedes.
I'm pretty sure it was a Mercedes last week, Blake. I just wasn't going to confront you about it.
I think, okay, ever since he got the new paint, I guess they swapped over. I guess Brantley Roden there with Harpoon Design said he's not working on a junk Aston Martin. He was only going to do the Mercedes, so that's why Steve Tucker made the swap over.
The other Aston Martin in the field is going to be back in the 9th position for your GT Pro class. Arthur Ramirez. Ramirez. That's what it is. Ramirez.
There's no R in there, but let's just stick with Ramirez. But out front in the GTP class, Braden Carlson in seconds here. He has lost all ground. I mean, Dominic Ford is just flat out leaving him. He might lap the field at this pace, but right now he's about 7.5 seconds behind after setting the qualifying pole position there. So he's going to have to settle for hopefully a second place run, it's looking like.
So it looks like we got a battle or something going on over there. Let's go to Casey Catola in the 3rd position of the LMP2. Interesting numbers happening right there. Yes, that's what it is. A battle, that 31 machine. It's going to be battling him going side by side into turn 1. They called turn 1 the Castro Edge corner.
How is that turn 1, Christian? The line's way over there. That's turn 2, isn't it?
That would be the case. I got my track all
I tell
backwards.
you what, you know, Christian, I told you I'm an expert at this stuff. You know, I'm always helping out Sean, and now I got to help you out up here too.
Oh, as they about junk each other.
Some hard racing between Catola and Blaylock. This is the battle for the 3rd position in the LMP2 class. These two are duking it out. Looks like Catola going to hold them off for now. Well, let's jump around and see how Marco Benetti's doing. Benetti cruising around in GTD Pro class. I tell you what, Christian, it's been a season not to remember for Benetti.
Definitely not. Bad luck always seems to find him and his Mercedes. He's just trying to survive throughout the season, it seems.
You know, I was talking with Marco the other day, and he said, you know what, I really hope they move me down to GTD. I'm sick of racing these fast guys in the pro class. They need to move me down.
You know, you're talking about moving him down. You always talk about Steve Tucker in that 4th position of the GTD class. He wants his own class to race in.
Absolutely, Steve Tucker, you know, he's happy all the fast guys keep moving up to GTD Pro, you know, like Drake Garrison. He was just unbeatable in this GTD class. So Steve Tucker was licking his chops, thought he might have a chance to win. And once he realized there's still a lot of competition out there, he said, Blake, can you talk to the admins for me? And we need to start making another class. Can you make a mini GTD class and move me down to it? I said, I'll do what I can, Steve. So we're still working on the admin group.
Well, Blake, I was in that meeting when you brought that up to the admin group, and I'm pretty sure they laughed and told you not happening. Can you confirm or deny that?
That is true. I was going to leave that out to kind of give Steve some hope. So unfortunately, Steve's going to have to deal with it. And Christian, I think his chances to win during this entire season, honestly, are basically gone.
Man, unfortunate for Kermit the Frog there, who just loves his cucumber.
But we jump on back here to the LMP2 class leader, Sean Atkins out front, 4-second lead for him. Good run. And then we have Alex Lalonde, still your leader in the GTD Pros, running away with it up 3 seconds on Panita.
Screens on Braden Beck in that number 3 car in the first position of the GTD class.
Braden Beck, he is ripping it around here, has that MCR paint job. Good looking car here. Braden Beck running the McLaren GT3. Also McLaren behind him, up 9 positions from where he started. As we may have an incident on the track. Arthur seems to have crashed. Might need to see what happened there. Oh God. Oh, slider. Hard.
Oh! And again, missed apex racing. I think he surely missed his apex.
Yeah, there's a reason he's in that team, Christian, and definitely missed his apex big time there. As Caleb Ulrich Moe in the second position with the GTDs in that McLaren. I think you mentioned him a bit ago, but Christian, he's got some serious work to do because he's about 13 seconds behind Braden Beck.
He even if he finishes the race where he's at, he is up 9 positions from where he started. That is the biggest mover on the field. So I think that is something to be proud of here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Braden Beck he's so far ahead, we might be seeing him get promoted to GTD Pro here soon.
Definitely. So now is that, how does that work, Blake? Is it any winner get promoted, or what is that?
I don't think it's a guarantee. I think it always becomes an admin discussion if they notice a guy kind of dominating the class or just kind of a higher skill set than the rest of his competition. I think they kind of collectively decide to move him up, and that's what they saw out of Drake Garrison because he was tearing it up down in his class. So they made the right call moving him up. Right now he's sitting in the middle of the pack in that GTD Pro class.
That's happening live. Drake Young gonna see. This is gonna be Jack Peterson first.
Oh no.
And oh no. Oh, just had to match the front to the back and keeps going.
Get ready for this next one because Jake Young jumps to the pits after this incident, so this is not going to be pretty. Oh no, he just calls it quits, I guess.
Check it on one!
He's had enough. Jake Young says, you know what? I'm sick of this track. I am calling it quits. So he is done for the night. Dominic Ford, though, still out front in that GTP class. 10-second lead for him. He is slicing and dicing through this lap traffic. He is looking to win yet another race here this season.
You know, let's watch the GTD Pro. I know Brantley Roden travels everywhere with us, and this is no exception here. He flew all the way out to Austria in the blimp, didn't he?
There he is, Christian.
The Harpoon Design blimp, driven by Brantley Roden. You see him on board the 3 of Steve Tucker. That's the Harpoon Design Mercedes, ripping it around the track. Ladies and gentlemen, harpoondesign.com. I'm wearing their shirt right now. You can also buy their shirt on that website too. But go place your NASCAR, dirt cars, or anything like them paint requests on that website. Paint start at just $25. Unfortunately, you're going to have to beg them a little bit if you want a road car. I heard it might be possible. I heard it wasn't possible. So you do the math on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But paint start at just $25.
Speaking of which, it is time to peep the paints here. First, we're obviously going to start with Steve Tucker because that is a Harpoon Design, one of the rare Harpoon Design road cars. He does not typically do these style of cars, but Steve Tucker wore him down enough to make him do it. So we're kicking it off here. Harpoon Design, peep the paints. Here's Steve Tucker. Christian, who else is he around the track?
Well, you know, I just, one of the paints that always catch my attention is all of the MCR paints that you find around the track. It's like right here, Casey Catola. That camo black and is that like a, I don't even know what kind of color you call that.
Well, Christian, I think it's time for me to take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone around the track as we peep the paints. Take a look as I'm flying this drone around. Casey Catola wheeling that MCR LMP2. Let's get a closer look.
Oh my gosh, look at this shot. Ladies and gentlemen, what other broadcasting networks puts drones this close to high-dollar machines on the track? Watch out. Calm down, Blake. Calm down.
It's getting a little sketchy here. I got to back out. This is crazy.
Just don't ruin the drone as you're going to go flying up.
Now let's jump back a little bit here, Christian. This is a guy we mentioned earlier.
Look at that. Four Loco paint. We're going to go thumbs up or thumbs down on the Four Loco, Blake.
I'm digging it. I mean, these guys are driving like terrorists out here, but that is one good-looking car in that Four Loco machine. That's Edison Tool, currently running in the 7th position in your GTD Pro class.
Definitely so. You mentioned terrorists. Four Loco. Oh, as we go back to Puddles.
Here he is,
the man
folks.
of mystery. Hates me. Despises me, actually.
Well, I tell
Can you
what,
believe I tried to talk to him in the garage and he shoved me out of the way and said, "I'm sick of you," and he just shoves me.
He just does not like it. Puddles the Duck, interesting paint. He is a big Oregon Duck fan. He's got the Oregon logo all over that race car. He is rocking the Mustang GT3.
So careful with that car in front. You might have just hit it, Blake.
Now let's drop back. Somebody we haven't mentioned at all here. Eric Jeffrey out of Canada here as we continue our Harpoon Design Peep the Paints, folks. Be sure to head on over harpoondesign.com. Paints start at just $25, sorry. But he doesn't typically do these GT3 cars, but hey, you never know. He did one for Steve Tucker. Maybe you can get him to do one for you too. But what do you think of this paint right here, Eric Jeffrey out of Canada?
You know, it's got the fall leaves, or as the Canadians call it, autumn leaves. It's just, you know, it'll bring a tear to a Canadian's eye.
Absolutely, just the Canadians. Something about, you know, those autumn leaves. This Canadians just can't get enough of it. They just absolutely love it. But that's going to sum up our Harpoon Design Peep the Paint, as you're going to see a big blimp fly across your screen, folks. Your screen here, sorry. That is the Harpoon Design blimp flown by Brantley Roden. He is taking it across the screen right now.
And as you see the blimp go by, it looks like Sam Andrews may have crashed, or he may have parked it as he jumps to the pits right after. We'll have to see what happened.
Let's take a look here. Sam Andrews just junked it.
We just were talking about him.
Oh my, he just gets flat out smoked.
But it was like netcode-ish because it didn't really spin him or nothing.
Well, I mean, you can call it netcode, Christian, but I mean, the guy just...
Well, I mean, they definitely hit, but it didn't spin him.
I don't even know who it was. I no clue who it was. We're not going to dig around. We got too many cars on the track to worry about it. So Dominic Ford, still your leader out front, 13.7 second lead. He is still working through some lap traffic, struggling to get around this 83 machine.
I wouldn't say struggling. He is on a mission to win this race by as much as he can. They're going to have to make a GTP Pro class and only put Dominic in it because he is killing the competition.
That's probably coming next. GTP Pro needs to happen because Dominic Ford has just been dominating this season. He's the top-ranked driver, and rightfully so. And we drop back a little bit here, looking at Alex Lalonde, your GTD Pro leader. 5.5 second lead for him on Herbert Panetta.
You know, an interesting thing I've noticed is Nate Benarowitz back in that 7th position of the GTD Pro. We haven't seen Om Prajapati since their notorious incidents a couple weeks ago. So definitely probably some hurt feelings there.
Yeah, you know, and Nate really thought getting rid of Ohm would help his chances out, but you see on the board there, Christian, it's not really helped him much because he's running dead last in that GTP class. Now, Christian, what do you know?
Okay.
What's with these BMWs and the GTP? Those things are junk. There's 4 BMWs, and they hold the last 4 spots in the GTP class. Coincidence, you think, or not?
I'm going to say not. I mean, every one of these IMSA drivers, they have their favorites. They say, oh, well, this car handles better at this track. This car handles better at this track, but obviously this is not the BMW track.
Looks like Drew Leonard just junked it. Let's see what happened here. Warming up his tires. I wonder if he just came out of the pits or something. But who knows? Going to be going through the corner here, and you're about to see, Christian, what we call here a slide job. Or not. He just stops. I just pulled over there. I'm not sure what the deal was.
He saw the 4 Loco terrorists in the back from the cartel.
That's a good observation there. He said 4 locos coming up on me. I want to keep racing. I'm just going to pull over, let him go, and that's what he does. Probably a smart call. Braden Beck, though, in the GTD class, your leader, 10-second lead. He is just mopping the floor right now. Caleb Ulrey-Moe in second there in the class.
As Blake, you may not have noticed, we're already halfway through this race. It's been 30 minutes, but it only seems like a moment here in the Motor City Racing League, racing at the Red Bull Ring. You briefly saw the Red Bull on the screen there as we head back to Mr. Miller.
Yeah, not a great night for him, and not a great night for the man himself, Papa Slander, running in the back in the LMP2 class. Christian, what do you know about this guy right here?
Papa Slander, the talk of the paddock. If you have any dirty laundry, he will air it out. Do not let him know your personal information, because every time he's driving.
He just put a tweet out 10 seconds ago.
Read it.
It says Alex Lalonde might have done something illegal to his car in the GTD Pro class. I have confirmed through multiple sources.
Oh my gosh. Alex Lalonde's going to be tore apart in tech.
But Jack Peterson just junked it. Let's see what happened here in that Rockware GT3 car. Been a rough race here for Peterson. Throws it off the track, does a slide job, and smokes the wall. He's already missing the back bumper.
Yeah, that's the modified version of that car, the McLaren.
And then modified to be slower, it looks like, because he is struggling here tonight. As we jump back here, there's Papa Slander ripping around. Sean Atkins still out front. Your leader in the LMP2s has a 7-second lead. Christian looks like he's about to park it in victory lane again. And you know, I'm pretty sure Sean just did a trip to Road America over the week, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. I want to do something interesting that caught my eye here. There is 31 seconds of race lead between our 4 respective classes, Blake.
Yeah, really no battles for the race lead at all. Look at all these classes. You see Dominic Ford absolutely mopping the floor. He's 14 seconds out front. Sean Atkins out front, 7 seconds. Alex Lalonde over a 6-second lead. And then Ulrey-Moe, your leader, with a 6-second lead as well.
Just insane.
What happened, though, real quick? Braden Beck is done. He was leading your GTD class, and he actually had a bigger lead than that. So he was out front by, I think, over 10 seconds, and he must have disconnected or something, Christian.
I'm scrolling up through the logs.
Yeah, I think he disconnected. I didn't see him crash or anything, so that's unfortunate. Braden Beck was dominating that GTD class and looked like he was going to win it, and now he is gone. So we're over halfway done, folks. I think it's time, though, for us to take our first break of the night, but don't you worry, you're not going to miss a lap of action. We are going Hutchinson Motorsports TV, side by side. Kick back, relax. We've got a message from our buddy Larry McReynolds. We'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. Guys have come down pit road. Most of the field has been down there, so we should be about good on pit stops. Right now, we're watching Michael Hickman. He's running in second in the GTD Pros.
On the bumper there, going down the
my, look out.
straightaway here. They're going to side
He throws him off the track. That was dirty. Wow. Panetta just shipped him.
It might not be over. It might not be over.
Wow. Let's see if anything else happens between these two. Yeah, Panetta just flat out ships him off the track. I don't know how he didn't junk it.
And as Nate's back there trying to get around him, finally does, almost in the grass. They might still wreck each other. Oh, my goodness.
Scary scenario there. Michael Hickman with a big save, and now he's still right there next to the second place machine in the GTD Pro class. Again, Herbert Panetta trying to hold off Michael Hickman in a battle for second.
Mateo in the chat says they were just inside each other. That's right. And Mateo, let me tell you, they didn't even buy each other dinner first before they went inside each other.
Not at all. And Michael Hickman wasn't even happy about it either.
I mean, would you be happy if somebody just jumped into your car without your permission?
Absolutely not. But again, very impressive move there for Hickman to save that car. I thought he was toast. I thought he was going to junk it, smoke the wall. But he's still cruising now. He's going to go back to work sitting in the third position as Drake Garrison in fourth, pretty far back behind these guys. Nothing changing out front in the LMP2 class. Sean Atkins just dominating this thing. He's 10 seconds ahead of the second place car. That's Casey Catola. Had a good run here tonight, but he's looking like he's probably going to be taking home second place here.
Second place indeed. What?
On an alternate strategy. I don't think he's pit yet. Well, I don't know. Actually, everybody's junked. Everybody might have junked it, so I don't know. Let's take a look. The pit strategy board isn't going to help us out because they are too far down in the overall standings. So I'm trying to find out if Steve Tucker did pit. I think he did. I think he did. Steve Tucker might be able to pull off a win here tonight with some help.
I don't believe it until the checker flag waves.
Matthew Elmore, he junked it. Let's see what happened. And that beautiful American flag, Aston Martin forgets to brake there. Oh my goodness, look out!
Oh!
What is going on? The throttle
medical center staff, get to Michael Elmore immediately.
I think the throttle sticks here on Matthew Elmore's number 89 machine. Goes into the corner there, just goes straight, and he's still in the throttle, and then wham!
A hard hit. I sure hope he's okay. The back of that car is just destroyed.
We might see the Austrian miracle here tonight. Can Steve Tucker get it done? Christian, normally he chokes when he's in these situations, but will Steve get the job done and park it in victory lane for the first time ever?
You know, you keep it up, you're going to have to interview him. He's going to call you out on those words.
Absolutely. You know, Christian, I wouldn't be shocked, though. You might see that Mercedes rip it into the wall or something. I mean, I just wouldn't be shocked if Steve Tucker let everybody down.
You know, I'm gonna join Steve Tucker's side and say that he's gonna take it home tonight.
We're gonna see he's got a big gap. I mean, basically he just needs to not junk it. I mean, there's 20 minutes left in this race. He's got an 8-second lead on our second place car of Logan Manor. Not sure what happened though, because I guess everybody else ahead has just kind of wrecked it out. We know Braden Beck was leading there for a while, and then Matthew Elmore took the lead. He junked it, and now Steve Tucker's out front.
It's definitely been a crazy race tonight. Connor Gerard in the chat, go ahead and update your intensity meter for us, please.
Yeah, we'll wait on that, and I'm going to make sure Steve's buddies know what's happening. And Steve Tucker might be able to get the job done. Let's see if he chokes it away, though.
You know, I'm sure everyone back at Harpoon Design is watching, cheering him on right now.
We're going to see if they hop in here. But we know they're all online. They might be tuning in here any moment. Brantley Roden really pulling for Steve Tucker, wants him to get the job done. Let's hop on board, though, with your GTD pro leader, Alex Lalonde. Big lead for him, still over an 8-second gap between him and our second place car.
Let's do the math right now, as we did it earlier. 21 plus 22, we're rounding down too, ladies and gentlemen, plus 8 plus 9. 60 seconds of race lead across the classes.
Yeah, 4 classes, and not a single one of the lead battles are even close. Dominic Ford just absolutely mopping the floor in the GTPs, and LMP2 has gotten out of hand big time. Sean Atkins just literally steamrolling them right now. He might lap the field.
They're going to have to move him up to the LMP2 Pro class.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with you. We need to make a GTP Pro class for Dominic Ford, but we also need to make an LMP2 Pro class, or just move them up to the GTPs.
Absolutely. As Connor Gerard kind of catches me off guard there. Only an 18 out of 20 on the intensity meter.
Oh, wow, it's gone way down. It was at 100,000 earlier, Christian.
Yeah, like, it's broken because it went so high, and now you're going to tell me it's back in spec?
Apparently so, but Steve Tucker out here, he's racing hard with some, it's either an LMP2 or a GTP. I can't tell the difference between the two at the time.
That's LMP2. LMP2.
He's going to finally let him go here. Again, Logan Manor in second in the GTD class. He's almost 10 seconds back. So Tucker just needs to stay out of trouble. You know, when faster guys are coming up, if you're Steve Tucker, just let them go. Don't try to hold them up. Quit trying to be cute. Just pull over, let them go. You got a big gap to work with just 15 plus minutes left.
15 minutes to go. So honestly, Steve Tucker is probably driving white-knuckled right now, trying to make his dreams come true to win in the Motor City Racing League and on Hutchins Motorsports TV.
Yeah, you know, Christian, I was talking to Steve just the other night, and I said, Steve, what are you looking forward to the most? He said, you know what, Blake, I've always wanted to win a full race. You know, he's won a dual race here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, or a qualifying race, whatever you want to call it, but he's never won a full form race here on the world's #1 streaming service. He said, Blake, it has been a lifelong dream to win a full race on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. I said, Steve, you can do it. You just got to put your head to it, keep your nose down, stay out of trouble, and you got a shot. Well, here he is, currently 10 seconds ahead. What are you seeing out of this number 97 machine, though, Christian, in the GTD Pro class?
97 of Michael Hickman. He is exactly where he started here tonight. He is running only a second and a half behind the second place of Herberta. But moving back to Drake Garrison in that Porsche machine, looking like your friendly neighborhood ticket lawyer. If you get a speed ticket, make sure you call Drake Garrison. He's up 2 positions where he started.
Yeah, one of the best lawyers in the business. You know, he has not won the prosecution the prosecution likes seeing sitting across. He's defended some of the scummiest criminals in America, but he always tends to win, Christian. Whether his guy is guilty or not, it doesn't matter, because Drake Garrison's going to get you out of it.
Speaking of guilty, Alan Gullison might have crashed. We have to see what happened with him. He was in the 4th position. Excuse me, is in the 4th position still. Slide job.
Yeah, just whips it around, throws the slider into the sand. Dropping back here, Peter Petrucci in the, let's see, the 3rd position, I believe. Yep, 3rd position in the LMP2 class. He is way behind CK, Casey Catola, who is in 2nd, and then Sean Atkins way in front of him as well.
Look at all the dirt on this track. There's more dirt on the track than in the sand pits tonight.
Well, I'm not shocked, Christian. I mean, these guys have been junking it all night long, so that just tends to happen. When cars go off-road, it's going to kick all kinds of stuff back up onto the racing surface.
Definitely so. And, you know, I'd be interested to see how much asphalt the Cup cars use here, because they seem to be using a lot of paved surface, but I bet the Cup cars here, you know, if it was paved, it's legal in NASCAR Cup. I'd be interested to see it.
Yeah, there's no telling where they'd be running, Christian. Seeing those guys, the way they take it around at Watkins Glen is kind of embarrassing sometimes.
They'd be all the way to the wall right there before they turn into that turn.
They'd probably have to pavement some of that sand pit, honestly.
I think they would just use the sand pit. They'd use the Bristol dirt tires and just add on that way.
Absolutely, but again, Sean Atkins has dominated this LMP2 race. Still your leader out front, Dominic Ford in GTP class as well. And again, no surprise here, Alex Lalonde in the pros. But the biggest surprise of the night, though, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Tucker trying to bring home his first win of the season. Can he get the job done with just 12 minutes remaining? He's got an 8-second lead. That lead is dropping a little bit, but it's not enough to really worry about.
Nah, I think he's going to have it in the bag as long as he doesn't make a mistake. But remember, you're the one who doubted him, Blake.
Oh, I never did such a thing, Christian.
I have video evidence. I actually have. I have lawyers ready to sue you.
I've already deleted the footage, so that is all gone. So there's really nothing you can do about it. But how about Anthony Hutchinson, my long-lost cousin? Can't stand me. He never talks to me. You know, I try to, you know, throw the bridge across there, try to make him come back to the family, and he just wants nothing to do with it. He's sitting in the 4th spot.
Yep, you know, you ran into him at the coffee shop last week in Brazil. Or, excuse me, Spain was that? I don't even remember where you were last week. You didn't let me go. Portugal. Did you allow me to come to Austria? Beautiful place, I might add. Did you run into him at all this week?
Well, briefly, you know, I saw him. I was actually out taking a walk here in the beautiful hills here in Austria, and Anthony Hutchinson, he was actually ripping his LMP2 around the highway. It was kind of ridiculous, honestly. I yelled at him, told him to slow down. He gave me the finger, Christian.
That sounds just about like him.
Absolutely. I just don't know what it is. I still don't know to this day, Christian. He hasn't liked me for years. Still don't know to this day what I did to make him so mad, but he just doesn't like me. Boy, look at this traffic jam right here. You just saw our overall race leader, Dominic Ford, get around. There's about 14 cars right there in that group.
But look up there at the top left. 10 minutes left on the clock here in the Styrian Hills, and the intensity is cranked up to 11, except not really, because there's almost, I'd say, 70 seconds of lead time in each class. But the Red Bull Ring still has no mercy.
Yeah, you know, we had some entertainment early on in this run when these guys were junking each other every corner. But right now, there's really no battles for any of the race leads. The closest battle is Steve Tucker in the GTD class. He's out front by 7.5 seconds. We got a 9-second lead in the pros, a 22.5-second lead in the LMP2s, and a 23-second lead in the GTPs.
As Alex Lalonde might have just went off the track. Not sure what the yellow means there on his screen.
And he definitely, I didn't see him go off the track, but nonetheless, he's still rolling out front here. We got Puddles the Duck having some issues as well. Let's hop around, though, take a look, see what's going on throughout this beautiful circuit here in Austria, the Red Bull Ring. John Espada currently in the 6th spot, which is dead last, Christian, in the LMP2s.
He's just going to bring it home for what he's got here, as these GT3s are faster than the him he's battling right now.
Drew Leonard here, been a night not to remember. He's so far behind, Christian, they stopped putting the time. They actually were putting the miles there for a second.
Very unfortunate night for Drew. Had an incident earlier on.
Oh gosh, he's got a 4 local car behind him right now too. It might get uglier here, Christian.
We have to keep an eye on this battle. Oh, look at him just getting out of the way almost. He wants to give him all the room. Oh my, watch out, watch out! As we got a follower.
A subscription just came in, folks. Isaiah just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Isaiah, congratulations. You just made the best decision of your life. Please click the like button on the video while you're here, because we're here to watch the end of this race. We're at the Red Bull Ring with MCR Motor City Racing IMSA multi-class action.
That was our 861st subscriber. But ladies and gentlemen, as far as the race goes, 8 minutes left. Fuel's getting light. The grip's fading and the clock's ticking down. Does Steve Tucker have what it takes to maintain his 6-second lead that has been fading over the past few minutes? Ian Drennan battling closer to the second place spot, which the lead definitely is not obtainable for them, either one of them. Braden Carlson in the second position, trying to hold Ian back.
Yep, Ian Drennan, a good run for him so far. You know, he's had some bad luck lately, and by bad luck, I mean he's just been junking some race cars lately. Most of them have been his fault, to be honest. But nonetheless, you know, he's probably feeling pretty good out here running in the third spot in the GTP class. Good to see Ian get a full run in here this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this track is packed out here in Austria to see MCR Racing and Hutchison Motorsports TV on the call.
Yeah, actually,
we see you all out there in the fans.
Yeah, you know, Christian, Hutchison Motorsports TV is actually the only place you're going to find Motor City Racing action on the entire internet. So Larry McReynolds, real fast, has a quick message for you. We forgot to send you his way earlier, so we're going to do that real quick. Take a listen. Larry McReynolds, you need to listen in, folks, because he is America's crew chief. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
He wouldn't go to Talladega, though.
We are back here in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. We are ripping it around, folks. Only about 6 minutes remain here. What's going to change up front, folks? Not looking like much because, again, all of our race leaders have quite the lead.
Steve Tucker. That lead is still dropping ever so slightly.
Has to be nerve-wracking for Steve Tucker. You know, he really didn't, I mean, honestly, he probably didn't think he had much of a shot because, remember, there on lap 1, he was actually involved in a minor incident, and he fell all the way back to about the 4th or 5th spot there for a bit.
Oh, my. Oh, watch out.
We got a good battle right here with the Vice Motorsports machine and the Jeffrey Holmes number 33 GT3.
Look at that shot as they come up and over. The heel right there. Oh, no!
We saw that
he
coming.
Just junked himself.
Yep. That was Caleb Ulrey-Mao, and he's just going to drive straight. Or what? Oh, what? Was that guy going in the pits?
I think he did go in the pits. I don't know if he got like forced down there and he just opted to take that line or what.
That was weird. No clue what happened there, but Caleb Ulrey-Mao ends up spinning out, but he keeps it rolling, and the other guy there goes down into the pits here. But we're watching Dominic Ford. Your GTP leader has a 22.5-second lead with just about 4 minutes remain. That's probably just good enough for, I don't know, 3 laps or so.
Yeah, he could honestly get out of his car, take the flag from the flagman's hands, climb up to the flag stand, climb down, get back in his car, and then finish the race.
You know, he might do that. He might pull it over, climb the flag stand, wave the checkered flag, and then jump back down, climb back into his car, and then cross the finish line as your winner.
He just got that insane lead.
And another insane lead here. Sean Atkins out front. Leads dropped down to a little over 18 seconds, but still an incredible lead for Sean as he's looking to take home another LMP2 victory in that beautiful Hutchison Motorsports TV LMP2.
We're going to bring the drone out one more time. Blake, watch out for these overhead signs.
I got it, Christian. Take a look, though. How about you tell these fans about this beautiful machine right here?
It's the LMP2 of Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We paid dearly for this paint job. This paint was made by Sean Atkins himself. And ladies and gentlemen, it's so beautiful.
He's looking to get around this GT3 car. He says, get the hell out of the way. I'm trying to park this Hutchinson Motorsports TV LMP2 in victory lane.
Are these race cars or spaceships though, Blake? I gotta ask.
I mean, these LMP2s are basically spaceships. They're spec spaceships. Look at the arch over there.
Look at
the
this
bull in the middle.
That's the Red Bull ring for you, Blake.
Absolutely. So Sean Atkins looking to take home a big win here tonight. Oh, no, don't do it, Sean. Almost hits the drone here. Boy, he's trying to take this damn drone out, Christian. This is crazy.
It looks like I saw somebody's bumper over there off the corner.
But we jump back out here with just less than 2 minutes remaining. It is a matter of time before that white flag comes out. Dominic Ford, you know, he's a bit away. We might be seeing the white flag this time, Christian, because we're going to have about a minute left by the time he gets around.
It's possible. There is a minute and 20-second lapse, I'd say. Yeah, he's been turning a minute 20, so it's possible.
I'm thinking that we're going to get the white flag, but there's no telling. You know, iRacing just flips a coin to decide when the white flags come out in these timed races. So we're going to hop on board with Dominic Ford, your overall race leader and your leader in the GTP class, coming down the front stretch here. Take a look at the flag stand. Do we see a flag waving? I did not.
He passed it. I don't know if it did or not.
I did not see a white flag waving, so I think he's doing another lap. That'd be kind of crazy. I mean, we got a minute left. Why would they not wave the white flag?
Well, the podium looked like it was ahead of the line there, but I don't know. We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out.
You'll be able to tell here soon. So we're going to stay right here with Dominic Ford out front again. He's got a 24-second gap. Your LMP2 leader with a 16-second gap. GTD Pro Alex Lalonde out front by over 10 seconds. And Steve Tucker still holding on by about 7 seconds in the GTDs. Here's Braden Carlson in second, but again, jumping over here, Sean Atkins looking to win the LMP2. Casey Catola in second, MAC class. And Alex Lalonde, your GTD Pro leader, with Herbert Panetta in second. And then rounding out the field in the GTDs, we got Steve Tucker, followed by Logan Manor. There it is.
Definitely. That's it. That's the race, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy, he's insult to injury. He's parking it before
he
the
stopped.
He's embarrassing the field. That's embarrassing. He is just absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
That's disrespectful.
He's doing it. He's waiting. He is on the flag stand, waving the flag, just like we said.
He did it, folks. He's not crossed the line still. He's just waiting for his competitor. This is just disrespect right here, Christian.
Whoa! Did he just give the race away?
Yes, he did. What is this, Formula One?
What just happened?
Braden Carlson wins the race. I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous there. I don't like that.
But why?
Sean Atkins going to park in victory lane here, as well as Alex Lalonde. Boy, those two Hutchinson Motorsports TV cars crossing the victory lane there, winning their respective classes at the same time. That's impressive, and one goes into the wall.
Oh, he didn't even slow down.
Oh, goodness.
Jack Peterson, maybe?
I don't know about that. Jack Peterson's in a GT3. That was not Jack Peterson. It was Mr. Miller, I think. I don't know. There's no telling who it was. But all I know is we just witnessed Dominic Ford gave the win to Braden Carlson. Not a fan of that. LMP2 winner goes to Sean Atkins. GTD Pro Alex Lalonde. And we didn't get a chance to call it, folks, but Steve Tucker has done the unthinkable. Steve Tucker, your GTD winner.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Okay, Alex Lalonde was getting asked if he flashed his headlights. I thought there was going to be a penalty, but he did. ladies and gentlemen, he did. But we're going to have to figure out between Braden and Dominic what happened there.
I mean, we saw what happened. He just pulled over. He did the old Formula One move. But let's get our race winners in here for a quick interview. If you won your race, get in here for an interview, or we will skip you. We're not going to sit around and wait forever. So now is your one warning. Let's take a look who is available.
No one just yet, Blake.
Well, we'll give him like 10 seconds here.
I mean, I'm interested to interview Dominic Ford if he pops in.
Yeah, again, I mean, I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff, pulling over. I just don't like that.
Well, I'm wondering if he was actually trying to show off and it just bit him at the end.
I don't think so. I mean, he definitely had to know. He stopped for like 30 seconds there. Still don't see. Oh, here we go. We got Sean Atkins. Let's get him in here. Sean, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Fellas, what up?
Hey, not much, but an absolutely dominating performance out there as you win the LMP2 class by over 10 seconds, led every second just about. So how did that Hutchinson Motorsports TV LMP2 feel out there? Was it as fast as it looked?
Thing was like on a freaking racing on a Velcro racetrack, you know what I mean? That thing had grip everywhere. And yeah, man, that Hutchinson Motorsports LMP2 was moving.
Absolutely. And, you know, I was telling Christian, I believe you actually went to the real races this week. Is that not true?
I did go to the, I went to the Petit Le Mans, man.
Okay. How was that for you?
That was probably one of the greatest times of my life. The racing was awesome. Every class other than the LMPs were about 5 seconds from each other, 1 through 3, until about 5 minutes to go. And it was awesome. It was really cool.
And the pictures and videos definitely looked pretty cool of what you posted. But Christian, what do you have for our LMP2 winner here, Sean Atkins?
I'm just going to say he put on a clinic here tonight. Nothing to ask him because he's obviously the GOAT of the LMP2s. Congratulations on your win here tonight.
Appreciate it, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Congratulations. A big win here tonight. All right, folks, that was Sean Atkins, your winner in the LMP2s. Parks it in victory lane. It looks like we got some more guys in here. Let's go ahead and knock this man out. Well, you know, I want to pull Steve Tucker in, but it looks like he's deafened, so if we pull him in, he's not going to know.
Well, move him in because I think he is waiting on us. Let's see if he undeafens for us. There he goes. Steve, this is Blake and Christian up in the booth here at the Red Bull Ring. You bring it home in the GTD class here tonight, the class winner. How do you feel?
This is a huge win for the program for sure. I mean, it had to silence all the doubters and the haters. I think a couple of them were maybe in the booth today with us, but you know what? It's all good. We got the dub in the Harpoon design machine right here. One of the best looking Mercedes 2020s GT3 cars in the field. I'm feeling good, man. First win. First of all, I don't know how the hell I won. First of all, I feel like I got killed in the first couple of laps by a lot of really good drivers, and I just kind of pushed my way to the front. I guess. I mean, we pitted, we did all the things, and one thing I was fighting the entire race, which I'm sure is going to get brought up, were the incidents. A lot of guys had incident points. I had, I think, 16 out of the 17 for probably half of that race, so I had to make sure to just keep it cool, run my race, don't get off tracks, and just hope to God something happens. And I was shocked. Didn't think we'd get the win today, but I'm guessing everybody else had issues.
Absolutely. Did a great job, Steve. And I'm glad you mentioned that. You know, our viewers at home may not know. If you get 17 incident points, you do, I believe, have to drive down the pit road, I believe. But able to hold that off and not need the penalty. And I'm not sure what exactly happened. I know one of our leaders disconnected early on. I can't remember who it was. And then another one junked it. And then you happened to be there, and you park it in victory lane by about 8.5 seconds. So definitely well done, and we watched you just burn it down there on the front stretch. That's really about all I got, though. Christian, you got anything else for Steve after his big win in the GTD class?
Just one last congratulations. I never doubted you for a second. I want you to know that was all Blake.
Sounds good. Hey, I'll keep that in mind. We're going to go back-to-back next week.
All right. Well,
hey, you hear it now.
Steve feeling good here. You know, Steve, I don't know, with a performance like that, they might just promote you to the pro class.
I mean, if so, then I might as well just quit now because there's no chance I'm going to win.
Well, hey, you did a great job out there, though, Steve. You know, a good run all night long and able to catch a break or two as well, and plus wheel that thing into victory lane.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Thank you,
and,
Hans.
hey, before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs, I might add?
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely Harpoon Design on the paint scheme today. Go and check them out. Harpoon Design on Trading Paints, one of the most followed painters on the service. Also a contest going on right now, so go and look at his NASCAR 25 paint scheme. Go and follow it so that he can win that championship for the Trading Paints contest, whatever it might be. And hey, just go and check them out, harpoondesign.com.
Absolutely best paints in the business. But hey, congratulations once again, Steve Tucker, your GTD winner.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, but as Steve departs, I just put in the chat. You're going to have to copy and paste it probably because YouTube don't like links, but copy and paste that into Trading Paints. Favorite that for our sponsor, Harpoon Design. He's trying to win a competition. I'm not sure the details, but once you favorite that one, go ahead, do the other one too. It would really help him out. Like I said, I'm not sure the competition, what it's for, but go do that right now for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, and it's time to bring in our GTD Pro winner, Alex Lalani. Let's get him in here. Alex, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going, gentlemen?
Hey, pretty well, but better for you. You're able to park it in victory lane once again. Looked a little testy there early on. Looks like Herbert Pineda, the newcomer, was duking it out with you, but then you were able to get ahead and pull away.
Yeah, Herbert was flying. That was caught me off guard a little bit, and he had a lot of straight line speed. And I think if I sat there for another lap or two, we would have had a little four-way battle there. But luckily, I got through before the traffic came through, and that helped me build a bit of a gap.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be 2 wins in a row for you since coming back from your vacation, and has to feel pretty good. Christian, what did you see out of Alex here tonight?
You know, just a dominating performance back there in the GTD Pros. Not really too much questions other than, you know, you proved you belong where you are in the pro class. So congratulations to you on your class win.
Thank you. You know, it's going to be a mountain to climb to have a hope in the championship here, but as we keep getting a more competitive field, that gives me a better chance to build that points gap back. So we'll see. You gentlemen like the finishing in style under Hutchinson orders there, side by side?
Yeah, we definitely saw that, and we were impressed.
Absolutely. That was for all the hard work you guys do for the team. We really appreciate it, keeping the cars going and helping us go for glory.
Hey, but it's all done with you wheelmen out there parking it in victory lane. 2 of the Hutchinson Motorsports TV cars winning their respective classes. A great night for the team. But hey, Alex, before you head out, you got any other words for our fans at home?
Yeah, just you know, same shout outs as always. Shout out to my beautiful wife. Let me race all the time. Shout out to MCR, this wonderful league. Shout out to the Hutchinson Motorsport crew and team that we're representing here. Shout out MHR and 3 Point Racing, a couple endurance teams I run with. And let's keep this car rolling. Let's keep the party going, and we'll see if I can figure out the rain this season.
Absolutely, it definitely hurt you last year, but I think you're going to be able to figure it out this season.
That's the hope. We finally bought wet tires for this season, so that might help me.
Absolutely. But hey, congratulations once again, parking it in victory lane again in this GTD Pro class.
Thanks, guys.
That was Alex Lalonde. And, you know, Christian, I still am just not very happy with that GTP finish. Part of me doesn't want to interview either of them, to be honest.
Well, I am interested to ask what that was about, so let's just do it.
Yep. All right, go ahead. Get them in here.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, is he gone?
He might have disconnected here whenever you moved him. I have no clue.
I didn't move anybody.
Oh.
That's the thing. Wow.
Well, who were you trying to pull in?
Braden.
I
The
do
winner.
not see Braden anymore. He must have just left as you were moving him.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I reckon that's just gonna be the end here tonight. We are going next week in the rain, as he mentioned, to Silverstone Circuit. Blake, I hear you have paid a premium next week for actual rain towers this time. Is that true?
Yeah, I just felt so bad for Alex last season during the rain race. I believe we were at Road America. He just couldn't handle the rain. I said, "All right, Alex, what do we need?" He said, "Sir, I really need some rain tires." So I whipped out the checkbook, Christian, and we're gonna go into some debt to see what Alex can do.
I'm kind of surprised you flew me out to Austria then.
Yeah, well, I figured, we've accumulated so many air miles. I figured I'd drag you along for one of these, especially after, Jesse Becker a couple weeks ago. He joined me and just left and never showed up to the race.
Yeah, I hung out with you all weekend. We went all to the Austrian clubs. We had a great time. So I think you're going to be taking me to more of these tracks now. Is that right?
It's a possibility. We'll see how things go. Silverstone, I don't even know where it's at, so I might need to bring you to give me some directions to get to the track.
It's in a good old England, I do believe, but that is just based off memory. I will let you know.
Well, we'll figure that out nonetheless. But yeah, it looks like our GTP winner, Braden Carlson, we were going to pull him in for an interview, but he just left. He said, "I don't really want to be interviewed." So he is not here and not available. So I guess that's going to round out our interviews here tonight. But, folks, we appreciate you folks tuning in here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the world's #1 streaming service. Like Steve Tucker said, head on over harpoondesign.com. Best paints or liveries, whatever you want to call them, in the business. Best website to check them out going to be harpoondesign.com. Brantley Roden, the GOAT of painting. That's about, though, all we got here in Austria in the booth with Christian Taylor. I am Blake Hutchinson. And, Christian, unless you got any final words, that's going to be it for the night.
Other than we'll see you next week in Townchester, Northamptonshire, England, on a World War II Royal Air Force airfield.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's going to round out the night for us. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next time here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We got a quick message from our buddy Larry McReynolds, and we're going to round out with the HMS TV outro.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright, then the stands are packed.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh, my goodness. Turned. He got dumped in the IMSA Racing. Caution is out. Oh, he's dead. Toward each other with their chunks and checkered flag in